Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about a friend of mine. It's a guy, it's a man, my age, and I've known him we've been friends for around 20 years. And over the years, yeah. So I want to talk about him and just situations around this relationship, this friendship I've had with him. Okay, so he and I have been friends for around 20 years, and um, over the past, I don't know how many years, and I don't even remember why, but we've kind of both, I guess you could just say, drifted off or drifted away from one another, except every once in a while. Now, when we were first, met and became friends and everything, and we were just friends, no romantic relationship, at least not on my part, but we were really close. We had a really close relationship. We were basically like confidant. We were confidants to one another, and helped one another through problems. Not like a counselor, but as a friend that was there listening and gave input. And how we felt about whatever it was going on in the other person's life. And we did this for years. Over the phone. Most of it was over the phone. And we kept in touch with one another. We knew one another also online. And, just to this day, we know one another online. Maybe. Okay, there's a part right there. I know who he is online. I know his account, and I know him. I know his, it's his real account. But as far as mine, maybe not. And it's not for any kind of nefarious reasons or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I'll talk more about that. Okay, so we go back to this. When we knew one another, we were there for one another, and we went through, being there for one another for many, many years. And like I said, I really don't know if anything happened that caused us to start drifting away from one another. I don't remember, really, 20 years, okay? But something did, or maybe nothing did. It just was a natural thing. But I do remember that there was a time when we both dated, and part of what our friendship was about was to help one another with all the dating problems. When we first met, he was married. He was divorced, and I was going through a divorce. So, and after that, we were there for one another with our dating woes, dating stories, But then there was this one that I was in, and he was not happy about it. He was actually kind of angry, from what I remember, and it was rightfully so. He was trying to warn me, his friend, that I was in a really bad relationship. And this guy that I was in the relationship with turned out to stalk me. He was a stalker, okay? And I had to deal with that for the whole ordeal. I should not say I had to deal with it. The whole ordeal went on for 4.5 years, yeah. And like I said, my friend was right for trying to warn me. Now, I don't remember me being angry with him because of that or anything like that. I don't remember, seriously. Okay, and at some point, he got, I had that relationship. He got into another relationship, and he eventually married her. So I think less than a year ago, he married her. And but during this time, like I said, he and I kind of grew apart, drifted away from one another, whatever you want to call it. Much of what I think what happened was, one of the things, I don't know for certain, but I got a new phone, and I didn't care to update his phone number on my phone. There was no reason, really. Maybe I just, like I said, I can't remember. It could have just been that when I transferred the phone, it lost it, but then I would have had it on the other phone. So I don't remember why. It was me. All of it was me, really. Everything that kind of like didn't go right was me. And there was no reason. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. And I don't know. I didn't keep up, but I also kind of made it hard that, I was saying this about online. I kind of made it hard for him to keep up with me. he made it easy. I mean, I don't think it was his purpose was to make it easy for me. He just made it easy. He did a lot of photography and had a web page and more than one web page, and with his photography and everything else. So, and every blue moon, I wasn't one to really. Every blue moon, I would check on it. I mean, I'm talking a couple of years or so could go by, but like I said, it was me. And then I'd leave a little comment, or I'd just give it a thumbs up or something like this. I wasn't communicating much with him. And anyway, he got this girlfriend and fiance, and then they got married. And at this point, I really feel like, he may never have told any of them about me. Okay. And the reason I say this, I never told anybody about him. I can't say nobody. I may have told the guy that was stalked, that then turned stalker. Yeah, but overall, no, I wouldn't tell people about him. And it wasn't because I was ashamed of him or anything like that. Plain and simple, it was because I know the people that were in my life then, the people even sometimes now, they don't like me having somebody outside of them. They were the type, they saw me having something good, they would ruin it. I went no contact, with a bunch of people in my life over the years, getting away from, people who were just, as I learned over the years, they were just toxic. Okay, some of them were actually diagnosed with a cluster B, borderline. So, but they weren't ones that wanted to heal. They still thought everything was okay. They said the counselors were wrong and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, these are people who loved it, and they made no, they didn't have any problems with it. They wanted to take anything that was in my life and make it miserable. So my friendship with him, this man, no, I wasn't going to allow that. It was really, truly a precious friendship. It was a relationship, like I said, not a romantic relationship, but it was a very good, friendship. And I knew that they would try to ruin it. So I know he had a similar situation in his life with at least one person. I know the one person was his ex-wife. So there's a good chance he didn't tell anybody either. So anyway, I would say that I was the one who drifted more, or first, in that, well, I could have contacted him more. I could have let him know. The thing about it is I wound up changing an account where I was using to contact him, changed the email address to something else, and I don't remember if I told him it was me or not. I'm not saying I was stalking him, but I think I did. But like I said, over the years, we just drifted. And there was another way I contacted him. I think he tried to contact me through another, website and stuff. And I just was more like, and I don't really know why. I think part of it was that I became kind of shy about him. Now, I really still really care about him, but it became something like there's been just too much since then. I don't know how to describe the feeling I have. And I know it's me. I do know it's me. It's mine. It's on me. But I'm admitting that. And I don't know, but especially once he started dating this one woman, and it wasn't jealousy, although I felt a little, a little feeling of he's going to be more interested in her now and spending more time with her. And this is kind of natural. This is what happens. You get in a relationship and you don't have as much time for other people in your life. And I knew that, so it was kind of like I just kind of put myself in the shadows, I did it myself. I put myself in the shadows, and not out of any fear. Put down your DSM. Serious. Everybody wants to, say, well, she has this and she has that. But no, it was just felt like the right thing to do, is to not feel like, not to, I don't know. I know how I would have felt if he tried, so that's what I do. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, kind of thing. And, You know, although I don't say that 100% because some people don't care what happens to them. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, you know, especially after he really got into dating this woman and everything, I really started drifting more. And, you know, like some people would say, give him some room. And it did, and he got married and, you know, and all that. And now I was with him through having to deal with his ex-wife and their kids and all the problems with that, and then his kids going through, graduating high school, graduating college, getting married, having their own babies, all these things really we went through with one another, and vice versa with our different situations. And I really don't know if he had told any of them. Like, I didn't tell any of them, like I said earlier. So now at this point, something's happening. Yeah. And I know what I should do. What I feel I should do is just still stay in the background. And basically he's dying, and it's from cancer. And I don't think he's made it. I think something has happened recently. Okay, so I knew this because he kept a website. I knew that, you know, things were going wrong. I think that's kind of raunchy of me, bad of me, that I didn't really keep up with it a lot on everything that was going on with him. I didn't even know what kind of cancer it was until recently. But from what I understand, his family had asked, and they asked recently, do not ask. We would appreciate it if you didn't ask the family or any of us, any of them, about a prognosis, about any of it, what it is. But then they let it known what it was. So yeah, and I had never seen what it was. He wasn't saying. I actually saw the picture. He put pictures of himself, videos even, and so I really didn't know. He wasn't saying what it was, and so I knew, but it was like I would get an update. Maybe I would check for an update. I should say, I'm saying this is on me. It's my fault, but I would check on an update maybe every few months. Even I really don't know how often. I don't think there was anything. It was just whenever, and it wasn't just about him. That I was using this one account that I could check up on him with him, but it was mainly for other things, not just him. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, I mean, his family, they're keeping updates and stuff every once in a while, but it's been 4 days now, and last night I just started getting that feeling. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything mystical, magical about it, but just everything leading up, and then seeing his photo of that on that update, the last update they gave was his photo, and a photo of them, some of them, and that about not asking. Okay, we'd appreciate if you don't ask. And that was 4 days ago, and I just got that feeling he's not going to make it through this. I just did. And I got that feeling last night, and then I woke up this morning feeling it, and decided to make this video. And then I checked that account to see there's no update. And like I said, I just don't think he's made it. I think that was the final, I think he passed away, plain and simple. But I won't know that. I mean, of course, I'm hoping not, but we'll see. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to say, put out this video, and if anything, whatever I hear or whatever, I'll update. And I do want to talk, a bit about him more on other videos. So kind of like what do they call it? Memorialize the person. Kind of like a eulogy, because I don't plan on going to his funeral. As it is, it wouldn't be anywhere near, and like I said, they might not know about me, so it would be very strange, especially to his wife, I would think. I know how I would feel. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up, and there might be an update someday. We'll see. Talk to y'all in another video. Bye.